1, by the different signs. And so the first sign, was the serpent. And so that was sign number 1, and then his musician was able to do that one. And then so he also, after that, he did the sign. He told him to strike the water, and then so the fishes died. And then so after that, and then so he said, let your rod move over the water. When he did that with his staff, when he done that right there, then the water turned into blood. Mm-hmm. And then the frogs came. And man, then they said the musician was able to do them right there. So the frogs came, the flies came, and the lice came, and all that right there. And so after that came, and then so Pharaoh still wouldn't let him go, because God didn't want Pharaoh to let him go. He wanted the people to see that God was able to make signs and wonders. He was able to do something that man couldn't do. And so he wanted the people to know that God is real. That's why he was making a sign, so we can know that God is real. And then so when the cattle died, all Pharaoh cattle died, but the Egyptian cattle didn't die. And then so after that, and then so Moses put his hand in the furnace. And then so he got the ashes, and he threw them in the air. And then sores, the ashes had turned into the dust, and it said it was fine dust. And then so that dust moved and blew, and it got on all of them, Pharaoh's people, and it became sores on them. Mm-hmm. And then so after that, then God, he did lightning and thunder and all that. These different signs, God was letting them know, I'm able to do this right here. When he was telling him, go tell Pharaoh, let my people go, and then Pharaoh wouldn't do it. Then so he'll show these different plagues behind his prophet in Jesus' name. And then so, after that, the lightning and thunder, and then he did another plague. He did a plague of the locusts. The locusts came and ate up their plants and all right there. And then after that, then he did the plague of it became darkness all over the land for days. Then after that, it became darkness all over. And then so, God said, now, I'm going to do my last plague. And that plague was, he told Pharaoh, we're going to let him go. And then he killed the firstborn of all the people. So that was the last one, when the whole nation was mourning over their family member. And we know sometimes, people can mess with our stuff. But, when you mess with family, then he had to grieve on his family. And then after he grieved over his family, then he thought about it. He let him go. But after he grieved on his family, he thought about it. He said, no, they getting away. He killed my family. Then he went after them again. And then they were stuck between the Red Sea. Mm-hmm. And then so God made it another miracle. This time it was a miracle. And so God told Moses, what are you doing crying out to me? Now, talking about Pharaoh behind you, you have the staff. So he told him just hit the sea. And the sea split it up. So, God, he make these signs and wonders so we can know that it is a God. And we can look around today, we look at the weather. The weather is different. Man can't make it hot.
No.
Man can't make it rain. Man can't make it snow. Man can't make no hailstones. Man can't make no tornado, no hurricane, no earthquake, and then the volcano is moving. That's what the Bible says in the last days before Jesus comes. Mm-hmm. Rumors of wars and earthquakes and all that right there. And then so, the message is, God is a God of signs and wonders. And then so we read the book of Daniel, that it talk about in a central verse. I like what it said in there, and I'm going to read it. Daniel, the 4th chapter, 2 and 3, it said, I thought it's good I thought it's good to declare the signs and wonders that the Most High God has worked for me. How great are his signs and how mighty his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation. So, I really like that what Daniel has said. What happened in the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar, he was like a pharaoh over all the kingdom. He said he had ruled over all the earth. He had ruled. And so he had lifted himself up. And so God gave him a dream, and it disturbed him. So he called all the wise men and the musicians, and he told them his dream, and none of them couldn't interpret it. And then finally Daniel came, and then he told him, I know your God could give me the answer. And then so what Daniel said, that your dream is probably about somebody that's hating you. But then when God gave Daniel the interpretation, then Daniel was kind of worried to tell him. And then so the king said, let's go ahead and tell me. Don't be afraid to tell me what the dream meant. And then so Daniel went on and told him what it meant. That, he had God had blessed him and lifted him up. But he had lifted himself up too high. And all his fame went up high to the heavens and all that. And then so he had, got so high. God, he said that he sent somebody from heaven, said, we got to cut him down. Mm-hmm. And so that meant God got to bring him down. And then that's when he brought him down so he could be like the beast and be with him and all that. So Daniel had to tell him the interpretation of that. And so, let you know, he don't only give signs.